to stay in the game early is that they got to the free throw line. They got some chances to get some points there. But they had 4 points in the second quarter. I think they had 5 in the third and 6 in the fourth. So just not enough, and that's unfortunately been a little bit of the story for this year for the Tigers. They're going to get Kirtland Central. Well, I thought for a while they hung with a very good Cibola team for a while yesterday. This is not as good of, or at least is not the same Kirtland team that we saw last year in the postseason. Of course, this is not the same Alamogordo team that we saw in the postseason last year. So it's, I think, equal on both sides. But we'll talk a little bit about Kirtland and what we expect from them. Alamogordo girls are going to play tonight. 8:30 is going to be the tip-off for this evening's game. The whole schedule was pushed back an hour. Roads are pretty terrible around Los Lunas, so hopefully everybody's able to get here safely. The Tigers are staying here in Los Lunas, so it's not a long trip here to the high school. Not sure where Kirtland is, but their guys are here. I'm curious for the teams like Cibola, who I'm sure just went back to Cibola High School yesterday after the game. Hopefully they can get down here. The weather isn't nearly as bad as I think they had forecasted it to be. I'll say that much. The roads are bad, but it's not. I mean, you say blizzard and you have something in your mind of what a blizzard is. It could still happen, though. There's no doubt about that. But as long as Verizon stays up, we'll have both games for you today. Crossing our fingers on that. We've been doing our games in this way 5-6 years probably, and we've never, and that's the first time I've ever had an issue like that. So I guess I didn't have the contingency plan. I couldn't even make a phone call back to the radio station. So, doing it on the phone wasn't really an answer, and it's not like these schools have landlines anymore for us to be able to do that kind of stuff. So it's just part of the situation. I do apologize, though. I know for those of you that couldn't make the trip up here and smartly didn't make the trip up here, you wanted to be able to listen to the entire girls' game and the boys' game yesterday, but completely out of my control. I do apologize for that one, though. All right, we're going to get you into a commercial break, hear from our sponsors, and we'll get you back with pregame underway. Both teams on the floor warming up. Tigers versus the Kirtland Central Broncos coming up next.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our Holiday Loan Skip-a-Payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500.
Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com.
What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? At Vision Ford, we're all about you, your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2018 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for 40 years. With financing options that fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. We're back here at Los Lunas High School. Village of Los Lunas Holiday Tournament, Day 2. And the Alamogordo boys on the consolation side of the bracket, taking on Kirtland Central. And when I said Kirtland was a much different team than last year, they're 1-8 this year, so they've definitely got off to a slow start. This is a team that made the postseason last year, and I'm probably in the same boat that Alamogordo is. Just got some new guys that are filling in varsity spots that haven't been in that position before. Certainly looks like Kirtland has played a pretty good schedule, though. They lost to Los Lunas to begin the season back in November, 65-52. Played them a little bit closer than the Tigers did. Lost to Bayfield, Colorado in a tournament. Bayfield's 3-4 on the season. Lost to Farmington, 77-45. Farmington's 7-4 this year. They've gotten off to a pretty good start. Lost to Monument Valley out of Arizona, 67-49. That team's gotten off to an 8-3 start. Lost to Belen, who the Tigers also lost to. Belen started off the year 5-6. Tigers played them tough. Started the year. We haven't quite seen that same Alamogordo team that we saw in the first game of the year, unfortunately. A loss to Grants, 60-42. Lost again to Farmington. Lost to Cibola, and they do have a win over Ignacio, which I'm not sure if that's, I think that's Colorado, and they're 2-4 this season. So, I don't know. Tigers have played a pretty good schedule this year at 2-7, and picked up a win over Chaparral. That might be a similar quality win to the win over Ignacio for this Kirtland team, and then the Tigers also picked up a win at the end of the Santa Fe tournament over Los Alamos to finish that one off. Those were their 2 wins on the season. But I think the Tigers have played some really quality teams at these tournaments, and you look at how good some of the other groups are. Roswell, quality team this year, and who they played last week, and Los Lunas yesterday is one of the best teams in the state of New Mexico, and it's just, it's going to be serious growing pains this year for the Tigers, trying to work their way, through some guys that haven't been in this spot before. And I hate to sound like a broken record. I'm sure I do. I'm sure I've said similar things before every game this year, but the Tigers do have to find a way to score. I mean, I don't know where that's going to come from or how that's going to come along for Alamogordo, but that's going to be a big key for the Tigers, is just getting some consistency. And I think that they've got the ability to get those guys in double figures. I've seen it a number of times this year. It's just getting that all to happen at once, and so you can score 40 to 50 points. It's going to be tough. You have to play exceptionally good defense in order to win games scoring in the 40s. And there are teams that can do that. I think the Tigers right now defensively don't have that kind of prowess to make that happen. But I think it's going to be an interesting game today. I think it's a winnable game for the Tigers, but I also think, you look at Kirtland's record at 1-8. I don't know if that's completely indicative of what this team is this year, but I got to see them yesterday, and I thought they did some pretty good things against Cibola. Cibola also, I misspoke, not especially good this year. That was their first win of the season. So, I think I'm really curious to watch this game and see how the Tigers can turn around. And they were the last game out last night, and they're the first game out today. Not exactly an easy deal, but everybody got a little bit of extra night's sleep, I think, because they pushed the game back by an hour. I think playing at 9 a.m. would have been a bit tougher than playing at 10 a.m. Honestly, I do think that makes a little bit of a difference for the Tigers. All right, coming down to 1 minute on the clock. I don't know if we're going to do a national anthem to start the day, so I'm going to hang here for a second. If not, we'll just go ahead and run right into the broadcast. They don't have anybody to announce, but Usually to start the day, they'll do an anthem, but just waiting to see if that is going to be the case here. Tigers are going to be in their home white jerseys today with gold numerals and black outlining. Kirtland Central is in their road purple jerseys with gold numerals and black outlining on their jerseys. Tigers bench is to our left, and Kirtland is to our right, and it looks like we're going to go ahead and get her going. Kirtland Central, starting with number 24, Brock Dowdy. Number 5, Ty Jenks. Number 23, Jordan Helsop. Number 12, Lathan Watso. And number 22, Cameron Crawford, getting the start today. We'll see who the Tigers come out with for their starting lineup. It'll be Grayson Kaler, who led the team with 12 points last night against Los Lunas. Emilio Mines, Gabriel Marquez, Nate Black, and Harlan Gilbert are your starters to begin this morning's game and to get things going this morning. And the ball is tipped, and it is controlled by Kirtland Central. They go right to left. The Tigers will go left to right here in the first half of play. Tigers in their man-to-man defense. Bounce pass over to the left side. Now left corner 3 is on the way, and it's good. Knocking down the triple to start the game is Cameron Crawford, and the Tigers will push in the front court. No full court pressure from Kirtland Central. They'll set up in a 2-3 zone with Minus the right wing, and the Tigers swinging it on the perimeter. Get it over to Minus. Tigers have got to be quick or try to get inside with the zone defense. It's Minus over the corner. Kaler, Minus, and they continue to work it around. They go inside to Black. Black left of the lane, kicks it out to the corner. 3 on the way, no good from Marquez. Kaler grabs the and then loses it. Was a little hesitant with what to do with it after he had pulled it down, and a Kirtland Central player reached in there and grabbed it away. Still man-to-man defense for the Tigers. I don't think I've seen Alamo in another defense this year. Going to the top of the key with it is Watso over to the right corner. And this is Crawford. Crawford drives the lane. We've got a whistle and a foul. They're going to give 2 free throws here to Kirtland Central. They call the foul on Harlan Gilbert, his first, and the first foul of the day. So it's Crawford to the line, shooting 2. 6:52 to go here in the first quarter. And he rolls home the first. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, it's Kirtland 4, Alamogordo nothing. Second free throw is going to go high off the back of the rim, and we've got a lane violation on the Tigers, so another opportunity for Crawford. And he'll take advantage of that and hit the free throw. So it's 5-0 off of 5 points from Cameron Crawford. And this game is going to be contingent on how the Tigers handle this zone defense. They're staying real tight, and it's 2-3. The Tigers don't really have the size to go to the middle. Kaler's going to catch at the free throw line, go off the back of the rim, no good. And it's Kirtland with the rebound coming the other direction, trying to add to their 5-0 lead. Dowdy hands it off, gives it to Watso. Now they go to the baseline, going on the reverse and laying it up and in is Jordan Helsop. And it's going to be a timeout called by Coach Voits and a poor start for the Tigers. They trail 7-0, 6:17 to go in the first. And you're listening to Tiger Basketball.
When you hear the term Outfitters of Champions, you know it's the Winner's Circle. They can do all your custom silk screen and embroidery on hats, shirts, and jackets. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. The Winner's Circle is the place for quality work at reasonable prices with group and team discounts available. They also customize trophies, personalized plaques, and sporting gear. The Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street, or give them a call at 437-9373.
Kirtland Central on top, down 7 to Richardson Motor scoreboard. We are just a little less than 2 minutes into the game, 6:14 to go in the first. Tigers have subbed in Clavon Spencer as Grayson Kaler has taken a rest. At the left elbow, it's Black, left corner. Marquez fires a 3, no good. And the rebound is going to go out of bounds, last off the Tigers. And Alamogordo looks like they're going to turn up the pressure in the backcourt, see if they can force Kirtland into a mistake this way, going full court pressure. Inbounds goes to Dowdy. Dowdy feeds it to his left, gives it over to Crawford, and working up the floor with it. We got a ball that goes out of bounds, and it is last off of Kirtland. Kirtland was looking for a deflection off of Harlan Gilbert. Did not happen, say the officials. And so the Tigers do force a turnover and get the ball back here. Gilbert swings to Marquez, left wing. Still zone defense. Marquez steps right into a three, no good. And we've got a rebound by Kirtland, a tie-up. Jump ball will keep it here on this side for the Tigers. So it's Gilbert, Spencer, Black, Marquez, and Minez on the floor. Here's Gilbert. A little hesitation drive to the left wing, and he'll pass it back outside to Gabron. And now back to Harlan between the circles. Right wing to Minez. Tigers trying to find some way to break this zone, or they really need to start knocking down those threes. Get to the middle lane. Clavon Spencer shoots from just in front of the free throw line. And the Tigers just ice cold so far. Too strong on that one off the heel of the rim. And it'll be Kirtland bringing it up the floor. Over the right wing, it's Watso. Driving right of the lane. Bounce pass to the corner. Along the baseline. Knocking it down is Jordan Helsop. And the Tigers now trail 9-0. Right wing Minez, top of the key. Give it to Gilbert, who almost lost it. Feeds it to Minez, who drives, gets to the bucket. Too strong on the layup attempt. And Tigers struggling to find the bottom of the bucket early. Left corner, three on the way, and that is no good from Watso. Tigers grab the rebound. Minez pushing up the far side, comes to the middle of the court, feeds it to the baseline. Marquez right back to Minez in the lane. He is unable to put it in. They made the right pass there, and Emilio had a pretty good look at it, just couldn't get it to fall. Here comes Kirtland, and a foul coming up on Gabron Marquez as he steps in and bumps Dowdy. Second team foul on the Tigers, and subs for Alamo, Landon Moser, Adrian Herrera, and Grayson Guetta into the game for the first time, as Minez, Black, and Marquez will head to the bench. Herrera harassing the inbounder at the free throw line. Jump shot no good. Rebound being tipped around. Eventually grabbed, and a putback attempt by Helsop is no good. Another putback is no good. Left of the lane shot, that misses out. And this time Spencer's able to reel it in. Last shot there from Cameron Crawford. Here comes Gilbert. Gilbert pressing all the way to the basket. Off the glass, no good. Guetta with the offensive board. His shot is no good. And a steal by Grayson Guetta as he gets it back for the Tigers, and they're going to call a double dribble on Guetta. 3:50 to go in the first. The Tigers trailing 9-0. Tigers are getting good looks, just not hitting anything over the first 4 minutes of this first quarter. And Landon Moser gets a steal on the inbound, gives it off to Guetta. Guetta powers up off the glass, shot no good. And here comes Kirtland the other direction with it. Back outside. This is Jenks. Jenks feeds it out to the corner. Crawford drives the lane, sends it out top of the key, and left the lane going up with a scoop shot. That'll rattle out for Dowdy. And the Tigers push up the floor. This may be the best opportunity in transition for the Tigers. Moser gets it in the left corner and feeds it back outside. Herrera, now here's Gilbert trying to penetrate the lane. Feeds it out to Herrera, and he hits a three, and the Tigers finally get one to fall. Almost 5 minutes on in the first quarter. But, hey, they're just down 9-3. If they can get a couple of buckets in a row, they're right back in it. But I think just frustration and a steal there from Adrian Herrera. They double-teamed. Herrera is able to get it back because it was almost knocked away, and Adrian scores 5 straight points. And it's a timeout for Kirtland Central. So a good bounce back here for the Tigers as Adrian Herrera hits a three and then gets a steal and a bucket on the other side. And it's 9-5 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. 2:55 to go in the first, and we'll be right back.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleepwell can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleepwell will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. So Adrian Herrera comes off the bench and picks up a few buckets for the Tigers, gets them going. It's 9-5, and we got a foul on Landon Moser as Brock Dowdy dribbling up the floor. Tigers went back to some full court pressure. So it's Spencer, Herrera, Gilbert, Guetta, and Moser on the floor for the Tigers. Michael Monclova is on the floor. Monclova almost loses it. Moser with some tough defense. He's already got a steal. Left corner three is on the way. That's off the mark. The rebound is pulled in by Harlan Gilbert, and Gilbert races up the far sideline. Tigers have numbers, and Clavon Spencer catches it on a great feed from Harlan Gilbert, who went from the half-court line to pretty much underneath the basket. Cross-court pass. So now we got another foul on the Tigers. Landon Moser picked up his second. He'll have to check out. Been really aggressive defensively. Did pick up a couple fouls, but he made some he created some problems there for Kirtland Central. And so Kirtland goes on a 9-0 run to start the game. The Tigers have scored 7 straight points to answer back. Into the front court. Kirtland, top of the key. Ball is knocked away. The Tigers 2-on-1 the other direction with it. Pass by Gilbert to Herrera, back to Harlan, and Harlan lays it up and in. And the Tigers go for 9 straight points, and we're even. Now it's 2-on-1 the other direction. Driving to the basket, missing off the glass, and a foul going to be called on Spencer. It'll be free throws coming up here for Brock Dowdy. But what a great answer for the Tigers. This has not been a team that has played especially well from behind this year. And to see them behind 9-0 and then score 9 straight points to even up the game is pretty good stuff there for Alamogordo. And the free throw is up and in for Brock Dowdy. So he puts Kirtland back in front, 10-9 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. 2:07 to go first quarter, opening game of the day here at the Village of Los Lunas Holiday Tournament. Second free throw is up, front of the rim, back of the rim, and rolls off. Rebound is knocked out, and I say glass goes off of the Tigers. I'll disagree on that. That got knocked out of Adrian Herrera's hands, but goes against the Tigers. Baseline right to inbounds. They go out to the corner. Driving baseline and a travel. There we go. A little bit of a hesitation called by the official. All right, some subs here for Kirtland as Dallin Mangelson will come into the game. And the last whistle, Jackson Manning also checked in. And the inbounds goes to Emilio Minez. He's back on the floor, feeds to Grayson Guetta. Tigers able to break the pressure and, well, end up turning it over and then end up getting it back. Clavon Spencer gets it underneath the basket, and he gives Alamogordo their first lead of the game. Spencer, game of the ball being bounced around there a lot. Hot potato was the term I was looking for. 1:36 to go, driving the lane, losing the handle, but it comes right to a Kirtland player off the side of the backboard. The shot no good by Manning. He'll go back up again, hangs in the air, can't finish. And then we've got a foul called on Manning. And Tiger basketball. 11-10, Alamogordo, 1:25 to go first quarter. And Alamo scored 11 of the last 12 points. Guerra checks out, so does Spencer. Nate Black is back in. And over in the corner, Gilbert is trapped. He finds Herrera and gets out of the little coffin corner. Grayson Kaler will catch on the pass from Herrera. And Kaler lays it up and in. Tigers have handled the pressure pretty well. And it's 13-10 Tigers. Driving and losing his footing and turning it over is Mangelson. Here come the Tigers. They turn it over coming up the floor. And it's Monclova with the basketball. And Harlan Gilbert's going to steal it away. Gilbert's all the way to the basket, lays it in. And it's another timeout for Kirtland Central. Tigers on a 15-1 run after falling behind 9-0 have exploded here, and with 51.7 seconds left in the first on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, they lead 15-10.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500.
Kirtland with the basketball on the inbounds and pushing up the floor with Jinx. Jinx comes off the key, drives the lane. He is going to be fouled. Already the sixth team foul on the Tigers. And it'll be Gabriel Marquez who picks up his second here. Free throws the rest of the way for Kirtland Central. Baseline left inbounds is Brock Dowdy. It's really been the defense for the Tigers that has sparked this run. Left corner three off the inbounds is good. And Jinx breaks that 15-1 run. It's 15-13 now on the scoreboard. Driving along the baseline is Herrero. Come all the way around, pass it off to Minez. Minez in the lane, goes up with the runner, short on the runner. And the rebound is grabbed by Jinx, but he wasn't looking for Herrera, who came from behind and stole it away. Herrera feeds it off to the opposite side, driving to the basket. Minez goes up, he's fouled, and Emilio Minez will go to the line for 2 free throws with 21.8 seconds left in quarter number 1. First free throws of the game for the Tigers. And Minez will bury the first. 16-13 now as Marquez checks out, and we see Jeremiah Vigil for the first time. And both free throws are good from Emilio Minez. Tigers lead 17-13. Tigers almost get a steal as Kirtland comes up the floor. Ball comes to the middle of the lane, front of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound by Manning. Here's another, or a pass from Manning as it gets to Terrell Lee, and Lee will lay it up and in. 2-point lead for the Tigers, 5 seconds left. Vigil gives it off to Black. He's in the lane. He's going to have to put it up off the glass and good! Nate Black with a buzzer beater for the Tigers. He was trying to gather that ball from between his legs and was able to raise up and go off the glass and finish it. And the Tigers, after not scoring in the first, 4 or 5 minutes of that first quarter, put up 19. And they lead 19-15 after 1. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, you're listening to Tiger Basketball.
Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com.
What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? At Vision Ford, we're all about you, your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2018 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for 40 years. With financing options that fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
Beat out Gordo 103.7. Kirtland with the ball to begin the quarter, and the Tigers harassing one of the Kirtland players, and it is Nate Black that comes away with the loose ball, gives it off to Vigil and to Minez. They stole it away from Watso. Here's Minez driving the lane, a little scoop up and under. Maybe a bit too fancy on that as he misses the shot, and the rebound grabbed by Dowdy. Dowdy up the floor to the top of the key, drives the lane, goes up with the floater, and gets it to roll off the back of the rim and up in it, or down and in. 19-17 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, 7:20 to go in the second. Minez, the right wing, gives it off to Vigil. Vigil top of the key. Now to Minez, right corner, Kaler. And they continue to work on the perimeter. Vigil gets into the lane, feeds it to Black, gets it outside. Herrera drives the baseline, can't finish, gets his own miss. They work it around. Vigil pump fakes on the 3, gets into the lane. I think he traveled. He did. Turnover by the Tigers. Clavon Spencer in. Harlan Gilbert back in. Vigil comes out, and Tigers have too many on the... Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Those were counting the official. Kaler comes out of the game for the Tigers, too. Saw a white shirt. Out of my corner of my eyes, I saw 6. Coming up the floor, right of the elbow jump shot, no good. Put back attempt by Jinx is no good. The first shot was from Dowdy. Tigers press. Here is Herrera all the way to the basket and lays it up and in. That has been the key for the Tigers, not letting Kirtland get into their zone defense. And a steal here by Herrera, picks the pocket, and Herrera all the way to the basket and lays it up and in. Adrian Herrera having himself a heck of a first half. He's got 9. And a couple of those off of clean steals, and he knocks one away from behind again. And here comes Harlan Gilbert after the steal. Gilbert right in the lane. Gilbert all the way to the basket. He lays it up and in. Tigers turning up the tempo. They've scored 6 straight points, 25-17 with 6:05 to go in the second. And a screen and a steal by Gilbert, who gives it off to Herrera. Herrera will lay it up and on the other side. And a timeout by Kirtland Central. An 8-0 run for the Tigers, and they've taken their biggest lead, 27-17 with 5:55 to go in the second. You're listening to Tiger Basketball.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, Kirtland with the basketball, but trailing by 10 here. Tigers have their biggest lead. It's another steal as Harlan Gilbert comes away with it. Harlan Gilbert races up the floor, lost his balance, managed to get it back. He's going to be fouled as he raises up, got in between two players, and he's trying to force it up and drew the foul. But the turnovers have been the issue for Kirtland Central. The Tigers have taken advantage of it, and transition points have been huge for the Tigers. Harlan will rattle out the first, I should say. Gilbert with 6 points in the game. And Harlan will hit the second. So he has 7. The Tigers lead by 11. Reminder, they fell behind 9-0 to open up this game. And have woken up, and best we've seen this team play offensively, we're going to call an offensive foul. Clavon Spencer steps in there and draws the charge in the lane, and the Tigers force the turnover. And on the floor, Grayson Guetta, Emilio Minez, Harlan Gilbert, and they're going to pressure here as Gilbert will give it off to Minez. Back to Gilbert. Still in the backcourt. They get it up ahead to Nate Black. Tigers have numbers. Good bounce pass to Spencer, and Spencer lays it up and in. Clavon's got 6. The Tigers in front 30-17 with 5:12 to go in the second. Left elbow with the ball is Monclova. Feeds it out to the corner. The 3 misses everything and out of bounds. Trying to save it was Troy White-David, but stepped on the baseline when he did so. And the Tigers will get it back, and Kirtland is going to back off. I think Kirtland's the better way to go for them is to go into their zone defense, because that's where the Tigers seem to have the most trouble in the half court. Tigers have handled the pressure well when they get out in transition, is when they've been the most dangerous. Here's Gilbert out to the corner to Black, back to Harlan. Dribbles to the top of the key, tried to feed it to Guetta, went off his leg. He did reel it in. He's double teamed, feeds to Gilbert. Gilbert drives, tried to get it to Spencer, but the pass was a little low, and he lost the handle. It goes out of bounds. And back over to Kirtland Central. Yeah, I think that's the better look for Kirtland. I mean, I know now with them down by 13, they want to try to force some mistakes, but ball's going to go out of bounds here off of Kirtland. Jacob Franco was trying to bring it up the floor, and Emilio Minez and kind of forced the error there when his tough defense went off his knee and out of bounds. He tried to stop to get Minez to run past. Tigers up by 13 with 4:35 to go in the second. The inbounds goes to Gilbert. This is an impressive last about 8 minutes of this game for Alamogordo. Got to keep up the pressure here for the Tigers. Here's Nate Black catching at the left wing, feeds it out to the corner to Gilbert. Gilbert tried to sneak it inside to Guetta, but it goes the opposite end where Kirtland has it. They'll go the other direction, and then losing the handle on the basketball is Mangelson. He was trying to catch it at the baseline, but had to go through his hands and out of bounds. And Kirtland will sub. Jenks back into the game, and so is Dowdy. And it feels like, two pretty almost mirror images of each other with these two teams, just trying to find a rotation that works. And I think Kirtland probably having the same challenges the Tigers are this year. Gilbert in the corner. Gets away from some pressure, top of the key, comes off the screen from Spencer. Over the corner to Guetta. Now bounce pass inside to Spencer. Spencer working in the lane, fake to his right or left, goes to his right. Unable to get that to go in. It was a good move from Spencer, but the finish wasn't there. Now pushing up the floor and driving in a really nice dish there from Ty Jinks, and the lay-in is up and good for Jordan Hellsop. And Kirtland breaks what had been an 11-0 run for the Tigers. 3:35 to go in the second. Alamo leads 30-19. Top of the key, Spencer. Spencer driving right of the lane, has to stop his dribble, gets it off to Minus, the left wing, and now back to Spencer. Top of the key, right wing, it's Guetta. Gives it off to Gilbert. Gilbert drives the lane. Gilbert loses the handle, out of bounds. They'll say it's last off of a Kirtland player. Sub for the Tigers is Adrian Herrera comes back in, and it'll be Nate Black to the bench for the Tigers. Gilbert's inbound, baseline left, passes the ball and gives it into Spencer. And then a turnover. Steal from Dowdy. And up the floor all the way to the basket. Lay-in is up and in from Monclova. And a timeout by Coach Voigt. And after a couple buckets in a row from Kirtland, wants to settle things down and try to get the Tigers back on track. But Kirtland goes back into that zone defense and starts to cause some problems for the Tigers in the half court. And we'll see how Alamo can react to that. Timeout on the floor on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. It's Alamo 30, Kirtland 21.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
Every student wants their high school sports apparel, and there's only one place to get it, the Winner's Circle. They carry all the local school letter jackets, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, or Bear. While you're there, get your jacket personalized with embroidery, stitching, and have your letters and patches sewn on too. They also carry trophies, plaques, and awards, and service with a smile. It's all at the Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
3:08 remaining in the second on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. The Tigers lead 30-21 and push the lead out to 13 at one point there, but closed down to 9. Herrera spots up for a 3. Shot no good, and we're going to get a foul on the rebound. And no, actually it's going to be a foul on Kirtland, so they call the foul on Hellsop. And so the Tigers keep it. Spencer gets the inbounds, pressure in the corner. Herrera drives left of the lane, can't get the scoop shot to go. And the rebound is going to get away from Hellsop. Hellsop with a block of Guetta as he goes up with the shot. And it'll be Tiger basketball as it goes out of bounds. 2:47 remaining in the second. Inbounds the corner Minus, top of the key. It's Herrera and he traveled. Near sideline, Crawford will inbound for Kirtland. Tigers pressuring. And the inbounds comes to Monclova. Monclova working on Herrera. Top of the key, in the lane. At the free throw line, Crawford passes out. Out to the corner. Monclova 3, no good. Gilbert's able to sky for the rebound. And Harlan pushes up ahead to Guetta. Guetta with a nice move. Guetta's going to have a shot blocked out of bounds. But made the right move there. He had to go past him, just didn't see Hellsop come from behind to swat that out of bounds. Gilbert will inbound baseline right for the Tigers. Tried to get it into Guerra. It's going to be last off of Kirtland. Inbounds goes to the right corner to Spencer this time. Herrera top of the key. Gives it off to Gilbert. Harlan thought about a 3. And he'll dribble his way back out. Still at 2-3 zone for Kirtland Central. They've switched it up a little bit. Kind of gone to almost a 1-3-1 in the half court. But it's been mostly 2-3. And Force pass there from Minez, almost gets knocked away. Spencer gets it top of the key, puts up a three. That just rolled off. And driving is Monclova. He's going to have the ball knocked out of bounds by Gilbert. And the Tigers will stay on defense here. 1:53 to go in the second. Alamogordo leading 30-21 over Kirtland Central. Baseline left, still looking to inbound and coming all the way out top near the mid-court line to Watso. Watso top of the key, drives right of the lane, kicks it out to the corner. Hellsop pump fakes from the three, and then stolen away by Gilbert. Gilbert's all the way to the basket, lays it up and in. Harlan Gilbert having a big game defensively and offensively, almost stolen away again by the Tigers. And then a foul on Harlan Gilbert as he stepped in there and bumped Ty Jinks, and he's going to get a 1-and-1 here. Second on Harlan. Alamogordo leading by 11. In front of the rim, free throw misses. Rebound is grabbed by Gilbert. Harlan up the floor, gives it off to Herrera. Herrera drives past his man to the basket. Can't get it to go high off the glass, but gets his own miss. Feeds it outside to Minez. Minez gives it to Black. Black almost lost it. Gets it out to the corner. We're going to get a foul on Kirtland Central. And with 1:21 to go in the second. Tigers will inbound baseline left. Alamo will shoot free throws on the next foul. They get into Kaler inside. Kaler has a shot blocked, tried to power his way up over Hellsop, who has blocked a number of shots in this game. Up the floor that comes Kirtland. Hellsop drives, goes up, can't finish, but he will be fouled. And Jordan Hellsop to the line. He's been, I feel like, the main offensive threat for Kirtland Central in this one. And he swishes home the first. Makes it a 10-point game. 1:05 to go in the second quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And the Tigers lead. Second free throw misses, and the rebound grabbed by Herrera. Gilbert pushing up the floor. Gilbert gives it out to the corner. Good feed from Grayson Kaler to Nate Black, and Black lays it up and in. Transition the other way. Hellsop to the basket, gets it to lay in, and back and forth we go. Tigers push again. Herrera will drive. Herrera all the way to the basket. Can't get the layup to go. Hellsop grabs the rebound and was pressured with it, but is able to pass it outside. And we've got an offensive foul. They're going to call a push-off on Dowdy. And the Tigers will get it back. No free throws there on the player control. 35 seconds to go in the second. The Tigers will have the ball with a 10-point lead. See if they'll be in any hurry here. Maybe take the last shot here of the second quarter. And Gilbert dribbling near midcourt. And it looks like Kirtland will stay in their zone. So this will be the last possession of the second quarter, barring something crazy. And he just continues to dribble as the clock clicks below 15 seconds. Gilbert's still with it. And Coach Voigt says, let's go. They get into the movement here. Herrera gives it off to Gilbert. Gilbert drives the lane, feeds it out to Herrera. Herrera had his shot blocked. Oh, no, it's going to be a foul. That must have caught him on the arm with 1.5 seconds left, and Adrian Herrera is going to shoot 3 free throws here. And Adrian hits home the first. And makes the second. $13 points now in the first half for Adrian Herrera. And he makes all 3. Good stuff there from the Tigers. 1.5 seconds left. Inbounds, and not a chance for a good shot for Ty Jinks. And the Tigers, after falling behind 9-0 to start the game, go on an 11-1 run to get into the lead and have started to pull away. They lead 37-24 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We'll take a break and get you some halftime stats. This is Tiger Basketball on ESPN Alamogordo.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleepwell can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleepwell will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500.
Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com.
What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? At Vision Ford, we're all about you, your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2018 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for 40 years. With financing options that fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speeds, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Okay, now I think we're on the air. We're back. Sorry. Thought I'd press the button, and I did not. It's halftime. 37-24. Alamogordo is in front. The Tigers, that half had to feel so good for the Tigers. It's a team that 37 is about on average for what they've scored this year. To get that in a half for all those guys, it's got to be fun. I think more than anything else, it's just got to be fun to play a half of basketball like that. It's been the transition. It's been the defensive pressure, forcing turnovers. That's the difference in the game for Alamogordo. They've got to be able to keep that up, I think, in the second half. Kirtland, when they get into their half-court zone defense, the Tigers have had some problems with it. They really haven't been able to find much. But the Tigers have they fell behind 9-0 to start the game. Adrian Herrera hits a 3, then gets a steal and gets another bucket. And the Tigers were off to the races from that point on. You figure Alamo's outscored Kirtland 37-15 from that 9-0 start. That's a pretty good clip for the Tigers, but still a half to play. And here's another thing for Alamo that we haven't seen a bunch from them this year is playing from in front. They haven't done that a ton, and there have been some games where they have led for a good portion of it. You look at the St. Mike's game, and there was one other game earlier this year where they had the lead in the third quarter and just couldn't hold on. And so this will be a little bit of a different experience for the Tigers. They've got a healthy lead. Now being able to play with that and make smart decisions and still keep up the intensity. If I'm Alamo, I just keep playing the way it was in the first half. Even if it does hurt you a little bit, don't try to become conservative and change up what you've been doing that got you to this point. I'm sure Kirtland's going to try to find some changes to force the Tigers some issues. I think they need to avoid running a full court press. The Tigers have handled that well. Get into your half court zone, and the big thing for them is if they can avoid turning over the basketball, Tigers will be may have some trouble getting things going offensively again. Who knows? But Adrian Herrera, what a great first half for him. 14 points, 9 for Harlan Gilbert, 6 for Clavon Spencer, 4 points for Nate Black, 2 points for Grayson Kaler and Emilio Minez. Leading the way for Kirtland Central is Jordan Helsop. He's got 9, 5 points for Cameron Crawford. He actually had the first 5 points of the game for Kirtland Central. Ty Jenks has 3, Michael Monclova has 2, Brock Dowdy has 3 points. It's 37-24, halftime. Alamogordo leads Kirtland Central, and we'll be back with the second half after this break.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
When you hear the term Outfitters of Champions, you know it's the winner's circle. They can do all your custom silk screen and embroidery on hats, shirts, and jackets. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. The winner's circle is the place for quality work at reasonable prices with group and team discounts available. They also customize trophies, personalized plaques, and sporting gear. The winner's circle, 1201 10th Street, or give them a call at 437-9373.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleepwell can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleepwell will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500.
Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com.
What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? At Vision Ford, we're all about you, your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2018 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for 40 years. With financing options that fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com. ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. We are ready for the second half. Both teams back out for it. Tigers in their home whites with gold numerals, black outlining. Kirtland Central in their road purples, gold numerals, and black outlining. Tigers with Alamogordo across the front, Kirtland Central across the front of the Broncos jerseys. And Tigers leading 37-24 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And we'll have the basketball to begin. Emilio Minez, Gabriel Marquez, Harlan Gilbert, Nate Black, and Grayson Kaler on the floor for the Tigers. And Gilbert will get it and bring it across midcourt. Still zone defense here for Kirtland Central. I think anything for the Tigers, just getting better at handling the zone defense. Left corner, three on the way from Marquez. Front of the rim, no good. Minez gets the rebound. Top of the key, Gilbert pump fakes on the three, and he'll bring it back out, and the Tigers will reset. Left wing Marquez gets it off to Gilbert, back to Gabriel, back to Harlan. Right wing Minez. Minez gives it off to Kaler at the free throw line. They work it around on the outside. Marquez gives it to Kaler. Kaler left in the lane, goes up, can't finish. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Last off of Hellsop. And so it'll stay on this end for the Tigers. So a couple of missed buckets, but a couple of second chances here. Baseline rights. Inbounds goes to Kaler. Kaler, not a great pass, and Marquez able to knock it out of bounds, but stop the transition. And it'll be Kirtland Central with the basketball. Bringing it into the front court is Dowdy, guarded by Minez. Goes over to the left side. Tigers staying man-to-man defense. Outside with it is Jinx. Jinx drives to the lane, stops and pops, and the shot no good. It looked like a travel inside there from Jordan Hellsop, but he's going to get the bucket up and in. Like he took a couple shuffle steps, but Tigers don't get the call. Between the circles with it is Gilbert's left wing Marquez. Back to Gilbert. 37-26, 6:43 to go in the third quarter. Gilbert penetrates throw line. Now they work around. Minez, he'll fire up a three. That one rattles out. Got a good look. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last off Marquez. Tigers getting good looks, but well, they just haven't been an excellent three-point shooting team this year. It's been the transition. It's been the pressure in situations like this where the Tigers have scored in this game. Coming up the floor with it is Crawford. Feeds it out between the circles. And this is Watso. Watso drives baseline. Watso bounce past the opposite side, gets it to Hellsop. Hellsop fires it up, can't finish. Rebound was grabbed by Watso, but the Tigers take it away. Here's Marquez weaving his way through defenders. Passes it out to the corner. Mid-range jump shot from Minez. Short. Gets it back. Goes back up. That no good. Put back attempt by Kaler. No good. Another put back, and that's good from Emilio Minez, who got an offensive rebound in the middle of a bunch of guys. Emilio at 5'7". Here's coming up the floor with it is Jinx. Jinx all the way to the basket. Can't finish, and they're going to call a foul on Nate Black, who had a hand in the back of Watso. Pushed him away from getting the offensive rebound. Watso had the good positioning there inside. He'll inbound, baseline left. Get it to Jinx. Jinx the left wing. Gets it into the lane. Feeds to the opposite side. Hellsop. Hellsop going to be fouled by Kaler. And we'll put Hellsop at the line. And the free throw goes home. Second one coming up for Jordan Hellsop. And that's front of the rim, no good. Kaler grabs the rebound. And on getting disconnected there. It's 39-26
41-29 with 5:14 to go in the third. Not sure when we dropped out there. Tigers leading. Only bucket from Alamo in this quarter is Emilio Minez on a putback. Left corner. Herrera will pump fake. Spencer top of the key. Back to Adrian. Drives baseline. Had a shot blocked, but it comes right to Clavon Spencer, and his almost rolled off the rim and out, but it drops in the cylinder, and the Tigers' lead is back out to 12. Up the floor as it comes Watso, guarded by Herrera, comes the middle floor to Jenks. Grayson Guetta on him. Jenks lost the handle, just able to grab it back for Emilio Minez, dove for it. At the baseline with it, Crawford, back out to the corner. Dowdy passes to Jenks. Jenks in the lane, and they're going to call a foul on, looks like Grayson Guetta. Before the shot, inbounds pass, but that's already 14 fouls in the Tigers halfway through this third quarter. And on the inbounds, almost stolen away, but Hellsop gets it back, powers up, draws the foul, and will go to the line for 2 free throws. He'll miss front rim on the first. 41-29, Alamogordo. 4:29 remaining in the third on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, and one more for Hellsop here. And that'll rattle out, and the rebound pulled in by Grayson Guetta. Up the floor with it comes Adrian Herrera. Herrera to the left wing, stops there, gets it outside to Gilbert. Guerra, Spencer, and Minez also on the floor. Clavon at the right wing. Clavon almost lost the handle on it, was able to get it back. Tried to force pass inside to Guetta. Guetta gets it and powers up with it. Grayson doesn't have a lot of size, but he's got good post presence. He does good things in the low post and gets that to go for the Tigers. Here's Jenks driving. Jenks powers up a shot, no good. Hellsop gets the rebound. Hellsop inside, off the glass, up and in. Tigers not doing especially well on the offensive glass, but to be fair, neither is Kirtland. Both teams are getting second and third chances. Under 4 minutes to go in the third, to the free throw line. Trying to get that zone to collapse is Gilbert. He gives it off to Minez. Couple of ball fakes. Bounce pass over to the corner to Guetta. Guetta comes out to the top of the key, left corner. Gilbert drives baseline, feeds it outside. Spencer, couple of jab steps, drives the lane, kicks it out. Minez 3. That's good. Emilio Minez hits the triple, and the Tigers in front now by 15, 46-31. Up the floor and driving is Watso. Watso all the way to the bucket. Can't get it to go. Rebound grab by Gilbert, and he pushes. Gilbert to the top of the key. Gilbert trying to drive by Crawford, and Crawford inadvertently blocks him there. He just had his back to him, actually, and kind of got in the way there. And it'll be his first foul, the first team foul. Emilio Minez will check out. We see Landon Moser back into the game. Gilbert will inbound, baseline right. Inside to Spencer. Spencer right of the lane, gets it to go off the rim and glass, and it falls. And into double figures now for Clavon Spencer. Tigers pressuring Jenks on the inbounds. Moser sticking with him across the midline. Jenks to the top of the key. Bounce pass over to the corner. Faking the drive on Clova. Jenks into the lane. Kicks it out left wing. And we're going to get a travel, or I'm sorry, not a travel, but a foul called on the Tigers. And that's the third on Harlan Gilbert. 16 foul on the Tigers. And it looks like Nate Black will come back into the game. It'll be for Gilbert, so he'll have to get a rest here with 3 fouls. Not a surprise the Tigers are a little bit higher in the foul count. They're much more aggressive defensively, and we've got a timeout called by Kirtland Central. Full timeout on the floor with 2:53 remaining in the third quarter. The Tigers 48, the Broncos 31. We're back after this.
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Guarding him. Tigers man-to-man defense. Crawford. Top the key. He'll hand it off to Mangleson. Mangleson's going to get it back off a nice bounce pass. And good play out of the timeout. Off the pass from Lathan Watso. Tigers up by 15. Here's Blackout between the circles with 2:29 remaining. Top of the key. It's Herrera. Between the circles. Stride defeated inside to Spencer, and it's knocked away. But in the other direction, it's knocked away by Adrian Herrera, and the Tigers get it right back. Black feeds it to Adrian. Back to Nate between the circles. And Nate travels. Actually, I think Nate traveled there. I thought he held his pivot foot, but it looked awkward, but 2:05 to go in the third. Tigers up by 15. Crawford goes to the top of the key, feeds it right of the lane, and powered up with the shot is Terrell Lee. He gets the lay-in, and a couple of buckets in a row here for Kirtland Central. See if the Tigers can answer. To the top of the key is Black, and almost stolen away, and trying to save it before it goes out of bounds as Crawford crashes into some of the chairs at the Tigers bench. He looks like he's okay, and the Tigers will inbound right in front of their own bench on the far sideline. And the inbounds comes to Black near midcourt, with 1:45 remaining in the third. Spencer gives it off to Moser. Moser top of the key. To Black, back to Landon. Landon fires up a right wing three. No good. Rebound is knocked away initially, but eventually reeled in by Kirtland, and they'll press the other direction with it. Franco to the right wing, goes to the baseline. Mangleson has, now they're going to call an offensive foul. They knocked down one of the Tigers. Mangleson picked up his, now they knock him down to his fourth. I wonder if that's on the right side, though. I think that they, yeah, it was his first. Okay, they gave it to Gabriel Marquez. Good feed inside to Moser, who can't finish in the lane. Spencer gets the offensive board. He fires up. Can't get the layup to go, but he's going to go to the free throw line for two, is Clavon Spencer, who's having a nice game. Now, I talked about going into the game, Tigers not being able to get multiple guys in double figures. This is the game. Now, you figure they've gotten 14 from Herrera, 10 from Spencer, 9 from Gilbert. This is the kind of game the Tigers were looking for. And Spencer hits the free throw. And I like the way they've come out from halftime. They've extended the lead a little bit. And certainly didn't fall into any kind of Tigers leading 50-36 with 4 seconds left. Black will fire up an open three, and he hits it. Again, apologies. We must have dropped out there sometime. Not sure what point we fell off our broadcast there, but the Tigers have pulled away here, lead by 19 after a last-second three to finish the quarter. Landon Moser got a nice lay-in off of a transition. Bishop, good feed from Clavon Spencer. Emilio Minez has got a three. Clavon Spencer has got 6 points here in the quarter, giving him 12 now for the game. And Harlan Gilbert and Adrian Herrera, who led the Tigers in scoring in the first half, didn't score in any of the third quarter, and the Tigers extended their lead, which again shows the possibilities of this group. If you're Alamo, that a lot of different guys can score when they get going. Tigers are close to getting 5 guys in double figures here. We'll see how this fourth quarter wraps up for the Tigers. But what a great answer for Alamogordo coming out from the locker room. That was one thing I was a little concerned about with the lead, how the Tigers would handle things. And from everything we've seen, very impressive for Alamogordo. Offense now going to be called here at Kirtland Central. The Tigers will get it back, and it'll be in the hands of Harlan Gilbert. Looks like a 1-2-2 3-quarter court trap, so a little bit of a different look here for Kirtland. The Tigers break the pressure, and ball's going to go through the hands of Grayson Kaler as Herrera fed it to him left of the lane, and out of bounds it goes. And almost a steal by Emilio Minez on the inbounds, but Emilio's going to foul Brock Dowdy, and it'll be a 1-and-1. Hopefully we won't drop off anymore. I've changed something up in our so again, apologies on at least we're on the air. That's a positive. And certainly a better game today. I'm glad we got this one on the air for sure, as Dowdy knocks down the free throw. This one's far from over, though. If Kirtland can get on a run here to start the fourth quarter, they can make it interesting. The second free throw is good, so they get the first points of the fourth quarter. 7:32 to go, and again, they've switched into a 1-2-2 trap. Haven't seen this yet. And a timeout going to be called by Coach Voigt, as Minez was able to get it across midcourt before the 10-second call. But I think if anything, just wants to talk his guys through what they need to be doing in this spot. They actually did it very well on the first possession where Kirtland had gone to that. And they're just trying to find something a little bit different. Give the Tigers some problems. Their zone had been causing problems for Alamogordo, but the Tigers did a good job with it in the third quarter and able to extend that lead. It's 55-38 here in the fourth quarter of play. Alamogordo in front. Probably the biggest lead I think the Tigers have had all season. Fortunately, it's been that kind of year for Alamogordo, but even the games against Chaparral and Los Alamos, the games they won, those were close games pretty much the entire way. Gilbert in the backcourt, going one-on-one, gets by his man, drives the lane all the way to the basket, but can't finish. Did everything but right, and the Tigers get back in transition. Pushing up the left side, Jenks. He's going to lose the ball out of bounds, and it'll be Tiger basketball. So kind of similar on both ends there. Both guys didn't have good finishes to what were good moves previously. Minez with a good feed to Herrera, gives it off to Kaler, and Kaler lays it up and in. Good confidence booster there for Grayson, who's had a little bit of a tough day. Good steal by Gilbert on the inbounds. Minez hesitates, drives, good behind the back dish, couldn't finish Kaler, and the rebound grab by Kirtland. That was a great steal by Harlan on the inbounds. Coming in and driving, and offensive foul as Dowdy runs over Herrera. He draws. And the Tigers force another turnover. 6:34 to go here in the fourth. Clavon Spencer in, and Gabriel Marquez will come out. Nate Black will come back into the game. It'll be Emilio Minez that will head to the bench for the Tigers. So Minez, Spencer, Gilbert, Kaler, and Herrera on the floor. The Tigers up by 19. Here's Gilbert driving right of the lane all the way to the bucket, and he lays it up and in. Allowing him to go one-on-one against the defender. He's got 11 points now into double figures, and the Tigers extend the lead to 21. Pass goes out to the corner. This is Manning, and now back outside. Dowdy to Manning at the baseline. Manning dribbles a couple times, goes back to Dowdy. It's Elijah Jenks, and then a three from the right, no good. And they'll call a foul on Manning as he went over the top there on Nate Black. Gilbert gets the inbounds, and they're really turning up the full court pressure here. Gilbert to Black. Tigers have got to hurry here. And they turn it over. Oh, no, they don't. It's Gilbert who gets it. Gilbert, good feed to Kaler. Kaler able to lay it up and in. Kaler with 6. And then a foul on Nate Black is just a little bit too aggressive on, looks like Dowdy. And Dowdy will shoot free throws. This will be still a 1-and-1. And the free throw is good. And both free throws fall. 61-40, the difference, and Tigers are able to break the pressure here. Gilbert feeds it off to Kaler. Kaler lays it up and in. So Kaler has been the beneficiary of Kirtland going back to that full court. The Tigers have continued to handle it pretty well. Hellsop misses a bunny inside. Herrera gets the rebound. Herrera pushing up the floor. Herrera will slow it down and bring it back out towards midcourt to Gilbert. Gilbert at the left wing, and now between the circles. Right wing gives it off to Kaler. 63-40, Tigers lead. 5 minutes to go in the game. Kaler drives left of the lane. Shot's no good. He'll be fouled. And for Grayson, free throws. And the entire Tiger bench was up on that one. Supporting their teammate. I think Grayson's had a little bit of a tough day, but man, he's getting points now. And he bounced back from it nicely. He's going to miss back rim on the first. But I do like the way this team picks each other up. I've been impressed. It's been a tough season for the Tigers, and they've kept with it. And we knew it was going to be a little bit of a challenge for the Tigers this year, as the free throw is good with White David here with 3:02 standing in the fourth. And he hits the free throw. 68-48, 3:02 remaining here in the game. And a foul on the inbounds, Emilio Minez, and it'll be a 1-and-1 on the other side for Emilio. And giving a little bit of a extra timeout here for the Tigers as talk to the four players did Coach Voigt. Emilio is going to miss on the free throw, and he also violated the lane. He missed it. Over the top, and a turnover here as Harlan Gilbert steals it away, and he'll bring it into the front court. Top of the key. Harlan will circle back around, and the Tigers may slow things down a little bit, at least force Kirtland Central play defense, but a good feed there from Clavon Spencer as Gabriel Marquez gets his first bucket, driving right of the lane. And the Tigers lead 70-48. 70 points for the Tigers. And losing the handle on it is Monclova, and then Marquez is going to be fouled by Monclova. And he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Let's see if it's on the floor. Okay, it'll be 2 shots. So in the act of shooting. And front of the rim, no good for Gabe on the first. The Tigers will improve 3-8 with the victory. Kirtland Central dropped to 1-9. And we'll find out a little bit later today who the Tigers will get. Gabriel's going to miss both. Rebound grab by Kirtland. Two free throws, Black, and he will get front rim glass and in. Landon Moser, Jeremiah Vigil onto the floor. Grayson Guetta will come back on. And second free throw is good. And so Nate Black will come out. So it's Vigil, Spencer, Marquez, Moser, and Guetta on the floor for the Tigers. They'll continue to play some pressure here as we cross the 2-minute barrier in the fourth. The Tigers up 72-48. Coming across the timeline, feeding it over to the near side. Jenks to the top of the key. Driving left of the lane. Monclova hangs in the air and couldn't get the kind iron. Lee gets the rebound inside, though, for the Broncos. Vigil almost got the steal, but as he was trying to get back to the basketball, he is going to bump Franco, and he's going to go to the line, shoots 2. Jeremiah picks up his first foul. And misses on the first. Second free throws in. Continuing here from the Broncos. Tigers able to break it here, though. Moser sends it out to the corner to Spencer. Back out to Vigil. Vigil double teamed near midcourt. Gets it off to Spencer. Guetta, left wing, fires up a triple. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound tipped around, and White David comes away with it. Works it quickly up ahead to Monclova. Monclova stops the left wing. He'll step back and fire a 3. No good. And then Vigil ends up fouling him and putting him at the line. So it'll be 3 free throws coming up for Michael Monclova. And front rim, back of the rim, and in. Oh, I guess they only gave him 2. The inbound here with 18.4 seconds remaining. Comes out top to Marquez. Marquez continues to dribble. They give it off to Moser. Free throw line, pull-up jump shot, and he gets it to go with 5 seconds left. Moser. And here comes Kirtland the other way. 3 on the way is no good. And the Tigers get the win. 74-53 is the final. And impressive offensive effort for the Tigers, easily their best of the year. We'll get you some stats after a quick break. And for those of you tuning in for the KNMZ Football Roundtable, that's coming up here in just a few minutes as well. Don't you go anywhere.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
Every student wants their high school sports apparel, and there's only one place to get it, the Winner's Circle. They carry all the local school letter jackets, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, or Bear. While you're there, get your jacket personalized with embroidery, stitching, and have your letters and patches sewn on too. They also carry trophies, plaques, and awards, and service with a smile. It's all at the Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleepwell can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleepwell will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? At Vision Ford, we're all about you, your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2018 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for 40 years. With financing options that fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com.
ESPN Alamogordo 3-7. Welcome back to the Village of Los Lunas Holiday Tournament. The Tigers a winner, center 453. They pick up their 3rd win of the year over Kirtland Central, and a really balanced scoring effort, which hasn't been unusual for the Tigers. We've seen a lot of different guys get into the action. It's just been the total has not been there. 74 points is easily the best the Tigers have done all year. I don't think Alamo scored over 50 this year. That was their first time doing that. So first over 60, first over 70. And it was the transition. The Tigers forced turnovers, but even on rebounds, the quickness to get to the other side of the floor and to get easy buckets and their ability to break Kirtland's pressure, they just did a lot of smart things. And, maybe Kirtland didn't run their defense as well as they wanted to, but, I got to feel that was an enjoyable win for the Tigers. It's been a struggle of a season in a lot of places. The Tigers have, been competitive in a fair amount of games, but just not being able to score for a basketball team has got to be so tough. Wanting to be able to run the floor like they did today, and to get the chance to do that had to be great. 14 for Adrian Herrera. He scored all that in the first half. Still led the team in scoring, which shows the balance. Grayson Kaler, who was kind of having a tough first half, he scored 11 of his 13 in the fourth quarter and finished second on the score sheet. Clavon Spencer had 12. He had 6 in the first half, 6 in the second half. 11 points for Harlan Gilbert. He had 9 of those 11 in the first half. Nate Black finished with 9 points, 7 for Emilio Minez. 4 points for Landon Moser, and 2 points each for Gabriel Marquez and Grayson Guetta. So overall, really balanced effort for the Tigers, and they move on to the 5th place game of the tournament, which, let me pull up my bracket before I speak. They will get the winner of, I believe, Mesilla Valley Christian and Valencia coming up tomorrow, and that'll be at 1:30 p.m. So we'll have the boys at 1:30. If the girls win tonight's game, they'll play at 6 o'clock. If the girls lose, then we'll have essentially a doubleheader, 1:30 and 3 o'clock for the Tigers and the Lady Tigers tomorrow afternoon. But we'll let you know about the girls' game tonight. They are the finale. They are the main event tonight. The girls get center stage at 7:30, or I should say 8:30 tonight. They moved everything back by an hour. So it'll be Alamogordo versus the host team, Los Lunas, at 8:30 this evening. And we'll have that game for you here on ESPN Alamogordo. And we'll have that game regardless. I'll let you, even if Verizon goes down again, I'm going to find a way to make sure we get on the air for tonight's game. It's a big one. This is one of the best teams that Alamo's played this year. And if they can get a win over Los Lunas and get to the championship game, that'll be huge for them for sure. So we'll see what comes of it, and we'll look forward to bringing that one to you guys coming up this evening. So again, your final score in the boys game: the Tigers improved to 3-8 and are 74-53 winners on the Richardson Motor scoreboard over the Kirtland Central Broncos. Let's go ahead and get you to the KNMC Football Roundtable, final show of the year, as we chat the upcoming games this weekend. The College Football Playoff National Championship, or I should say National Championship, but semifinal games coming up tomorrow. So we'll be We'll be chatting about that and some other good stuff. It's been a fun year on the K&M's Handball Roundtable, and hope you enjoy our last show of the year. So from the Village Los Lunas Holiday Tournament, I'll talk to you guys around 8:30 tonight when Alamogordo faces off against the Los Lunas Lady Tigers. Until then, so long.
In Alamogordo in the Tularosa Basin, there is a winter weather advisory in effect through Saturday, and for the mountain areas, a winter storm warning in effect through Saturday. Today's forecast is calling for mostly cloudy skies with rain and snow likely in Alamogordo, high of 41, low of 22 for Cloudcroft, high of 34 and an overnight low of 15. Tomorrow mostly cloudy with snow showers, mostly ending in the morning in Alamogordo tomorrow, high of 35, low of 20 for Cloudcroft. Tomorrow, high of 26, overnight low of 15.
So you think drinking alcohol can't hurt you? It'll mess you up big time. Say adios to large chunks of your brain. Major damage is already being done. Other parts of your body are getting wrecked too. Forget about sports, forget about school, forget about doing much of anything. Underage drinking freaks out your body, messes up your life.
Sponsored by the NMDOT.
Hey, hon, do me a favor and hold the ladder for me.
I have a better idea. Let's just call somebody to clean the gutters.
To scoop out a few leaves? Come on, I'll be down in a heartbeat.
No!
Using a ladder might seem easy. Misusing one is even easier. For tips on ladder safety, visit orthoinfo.org, a public service message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons, who want to keep your bones safe, strong, and well connected.
This is the KNMZ Football Roundtable, Season 31. Once again, 5 local business people and a competition picking winners from the best high school, college, and NFL games every week. Manny Gonzalez from Charles Garland and Harris Agency, Donna Columbus of First National Bank, Brandon Burling from Desert Sun Auto Group, Timothy Brock of Christ Community Church, and Jake Roberts of Caldwell Banker Sudderth Nelson. Now, let's get to the picks. This is the KNMZ Football Roundtable on ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Hope everybody had a very Merry Christmas. And let you guys know right off the bat that we are recording today's show. I am in Los Lunas for Alamogordo boys and girls basketball, so we might actually be airing a little bit later than our normal time, depending on the game times up there. So happy to have you tuned in wherever you may be. This is our last show of the season as we pick a bunch of college games and a bunch of pro games. And normally this has a chance to turn the table somewhere. I guess there could be a turn of the table in the after second place, but not to happen this year. We should start with Brian Smyset because he is going to be the champ, it looks like, from First National Bank. He had a 14-2 week. Pretty darn good, right?
That was my best week I've had.
Yeah.
That was the one I felt the worst about.
And it worked out pretty well.
Hey, he's one of Florida International.
There you
Doubters.
Go. Yeah. Manny Gonzalez, Charles Garland, and Harris Agency. Man, did you have a good Christmas?
It was great.
Good.
4 perfect days off. Weather was nice. Woke up this morning, it was raining on my parade, which I still welcome the rain, but still, I have to go back to work.
Yeah.
You know, in galoshes,
yeah.
Rain gear, not too much fun. But Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. All the best in 2019 to everybody out there in Radio Land.
And you enjoyed Christmas Eve especially because the Raiders got the win over the Broncos.
Wow, what a dilemma that was. I told you my mother-in-law is a Bronco fan, and normally it's Pasoli and tamales at her house on Christmas Eve. Well, I canceled that.
Oh, okay.
I canceled that. She was very gracious. We ended up doing it on Christmas Day, but yeah, that was great. I sat there in total isolation by myself and the dogs watching a wonderful football contest. Yeah. Ended up the way I wanted.
Carr's been playing better the last month or so. He's really
325 passes without an interception.
It's good number for sure. Brandon Burling from Desert Sun Auto Group. Brandon, what's up, buddy?
Well, you know, it's kind of like Manny said, a little rainy day today, but actually, for once, it actually feels like winter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of weird. You know, you look up in the mountains and see the white caps on the mountains. It's kind of nice to see. But had a great Christmas. You know, didn't do much. Just hung out with my kiddos and watched them play with all their new goodies that they got.
Very good.
Well, that sounds like a very good Christmas there. We don't have Tim Brock here with me. We might have Jason Poling, who's Tim's brother-in-law, to fill in for him, but we haven't had him stop by quite yet. Actually, he just popped in here right behind us, though. So Jason filling in for Tim. Jake Roberts from Caldwell Banker Sudworth Nelson is not here this week. He is on the road still, but I do have his picks for this week. So, Jason, what's up, buddy?
Hey, how's it going?
Not too bad. Do you need a pick sheet?
I would love one.
You would love a
Thank
pick
so
sheet here. I
much.
got an extra one for you. Oh, if I can separate the two here, but and Jason, there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah. Tim's brother-in-law, he's down in El Paso with his newborn, so we certainly know that is far more important than being here with us today. So we appreciate you filling in today, man.
Well, thanks for putting up with me.
Well, happy to have you here. All right, so we'll get on with the picks for this week, and we'll start off with Manny's Irish as they take on Clemson in the Cotton Bowl in Arlington at Jerry World, one of the college football playoff semis. We were talking just before the show that Clemson and Alabama being such heavy favorites in these games is a slight bummer, but those are just odds. Anything can happen, right, Manny?
Yeah, favored by 12, 12.5, 13. Might as well be favored by 50. I mean, come on. I don't know who's setting these lines, but last time these two played in an important game was 2015, and Clemson did prevail, but it was 24-22. Okay, and so I don't know if history matters to anybody, but I can't imagine that it's going to be that much of a spread. I'm going to go Notre Dame, and I know that everybody is probably going to go against me, but I'm going Notre Dame against Clemson in the Cotton Bowl.
I can see somebody jumping out there with the Irish. We'll see. Brian?
As a matter of fact, that's going to be me today. I really want to see Notre Dame and Alabama in the finals. Well, actually, I really like to see Oklahoma, but unfortunately, I can't even pick my own team this week, unfortunately. But being that you said that everyone else is going to go with Clemson, I'm going to go with Clemson now. I'm switching up on you, Manny. I was going to be on that wagon with you.
Okay, you're going with Notre Dame or you're going with Clemson?
I'm going with Clemson.
Okay.
I like that point spread. Those guys aren't wrong.
All right, so you're going with Clemson. Totally threw me off there.
Yeah, sorry.
You know, deep down in my heart, I'll be rooting for Notre Dame. I just think Clemson's going to win, but I think it's going to be a closer game than 13 points. I do agree with Manny on that one.
Yeah. Jason, what do you think about that game? Who you like?
You know, I saw Notre Dame play USC, and they're a big team. They have big receivers, so I'm gonna stick with the Notre Dame Magic. I think I'll take Notre Dame for Mr. Tim.
Okay, going with the Irish. I like Clemson this game. I think it's going to be closer than the odds makers are making it out to be, but maybe more like 10 points. I think that Clemson's the better football team this year. But this is a nice return to glory, I feel like, for Notre Dame a little bit after a couple of rough seasons. They're right back up there competing for a national championship, which is what we like to see for the Irish, but I think it's Clemson. And Jake is also going with Clemson, too. So we've got Manny and Brandon. You went Clemson, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I don't know why. For some reason, I marked you off as Notre Dame. I was like, wait a minute, that's not right. All right. Oklahoma, Alabama getting 14 points. This is going to be the Orange Bowl in Miami.